Namaskaram to all Atmas. Today we are going to see the mission and vision of Vishwashanti People's Peace Party, a social-spiritual political party which launches "Let us all Indians build a developed and peaceful India" campaign to spread God's three commandments. Social-spiritual mission and vision. Spiritual mission. India, from very ancient times, is a spiritual country. Spirituality is imbibed in our soil. Spirituality imbibes godly divine qualities in mankind like purity of thought and action, honesty, diligence, kindness, generosity, forgiveness, universal love towards all, and treating the entire world as one family, Vasudeva Kutumbakam. But today, what is the position? In this Kali Yuga, spirituality in the soil and the people is deteriorating. The ignorance of ego in man is developing. Satanic gunas in him like greed, avarice, lust, perversion, obsession, religious intolerance. And to satisfy this, man is doing all wrong things. Greed leads to accumulation of wealth by involving bribery, black money, hawala, money laundering, smuggling, drug, human and animal trafficking, business, etc. Avarice leads to average at micro personal level in people like politicians make them to somehow acquire power and position by involving in corruption to accumulate wealth to retain power, and in the process of retaining power and position is developing anger, hatredness against those, creating obstacles to them, and he cunningly with crooked plans eliminates them by committing murders, by misusing the illiterate unemployed youth as rowdies, hooligans to commit these crimes for them. Besides, they accumulate money by helping smugglers, antisocial, anti-national elements, kidnappers in getting ransom from them, share from them. While avarice at macro world level is making certain countries who aim for supremacy in the world are using terrorism, Naxalism, instigating enmity with neighboring countries by extending financial and foreign support as a tool to destabilize the economy of the developing countries to keep them under slavery to them. Lust, perversion, obsession leads to people becoming addicted to alcohol, drugs that triggers them to acquire money through antisocial activity of chain snatching, dacoity, smuggling, narcotics, and commit rapes and murders. The religious intolerance in man is proliferating terrorism and animosity with neighboring countries, whereby innocent people are killed by terrorist acts and wars. The truth is that all the above acts are committed by a very few percentage of people in our Indian family because of their ignorance of ego, which is awakening satanic gunas in them, like greed, avarice, lust, intolerance, religious intolerance, etc., and are accumulating wealth and holding power while majority of population is struggling with tension, pressure, fear of survival all through their life. Each Indian should imbibe spirituality in them. They should realize the truth about themselves that I am not this body, I am Atma, and Paramatma resides inside this Atma. This body is only a carrier of this Atma. Our Atma is separated from God Paramatma by our karmas. When we fulfill our duties to the micro personal family in which we are born under the macro nation family in which we are living without any attachment for the fruits, then we annihilate all the karmas and we merge into Paramatma God and attain Jivan Mukti, which is the ultimate objective of this human birth. Social mission. India, despite having completed 78 years of independence, it is still a developing nation with a lot of people still reeling under poverty, illiteracy and unemployment, whereas Japan became developed nation in 45 years after it was destroyed into by two atomic bombs in World War II. The secret of success of Japan in becoming a developed nation at such short period is because the government and the people focused on providing good education, health, and employment to the people. But India, with over 140 million population, it is now that only the government alone can work for making our country a developed nation. It is the duty of each and every Indian living in India or abroad to build the spiritual strength free from religious, communal, caste, racial and social differences with fellow citizens and develop a feeling that all Indians are our fellow members of our Indian family, Vasudeva Kutumbakam, and fulfill their duties to make our nation into a developed and peaceful India. God's three commandments to mankind. To achieve the above spiritual and social mission, to build our nation and developed and peaceful India, God has given following three commandments, which He instructed to spread to all Indians in India and abroad through the establishment of socio-spiritual political party called Vishwa Shanti People's Peace Party. God's first commandment. Every person should fulfill their duties to their micro-personal family in which they are living, in which they are born, and to the macro-Indian family in which they are living, by which they annihilate and release all their karmas and attain Jivan Mukti. To achieve this noble mission, to make all Indians to fulfill their duties to build our nation as a developed and peaceful India, VPPP is launching the campaign. Let us all Indians build a developed and peaceful India, where it invites each Indian living in India and abroad to fulfill their social responsibility as detailed below. Children's social responsibility, youth social responsibility, women's social responsibility, people, people's social responsibility, corporate social responsibility, government social responsibility. These are the totally nine. So, under government social responsibility, we have education for all, employment for all, water for all, food for all, health for all, house for all, society for all, people's ombudsman. So, these individuals. Then we come across election reformation, political reformation, tax reformation, legislative reformation, executive reformation, and judicial reformation, foreign policy reformation. These are all the reformation at the macro level, what India as a whole has facilitated. Then follows government servant social responsibility, opposition opposition party social responsibility, and press and media social responsibility. These are the nine social responsibilities which we all have to fulfill. If we all Indians fulfill the above social responsibility in whatever position or obligation we carry on as mentioned above, we can build a developed peaceful India website socially while spiritually release all our karmas and attain Jivan Mukti. So God's second commandment. Today, due to religious intolerance prevailing in various parts of the country and the world, terrorism and wars with neighboring countries, whereby innocent people and their property are being destroyed, that is disturbing the peace of the people. To eradicate this religious intolerance, God has instructed to spread the message of peace told in nine main religious philosophies of the world, namely message of peace from Bhagavad Gita, Hinduism, message of peace from, from the Holy Quran, Islam, message of peace from the Holy Bible, Old Testament, Judaism, message of peace from the New Testament, the New Christianity, then message of peace from Buddhism philosophy, message of peace from Jainism philosophy, message of peace from Sikhism philosophy, message of peace from Sufism philosophy, and message of peace from Zoroastrian philosophy. The objective of spreading this message of peace from the above religious philosophies is to tell the truth to mankind that all religious philosophies show us path for human peace and not human destruction, and hence let us shed our differences on account of fellow citizens, on account of religion, caste, creed, community, and race differences, and live in harmony with all as one Indian family, Vasudeva Kutumbakam, and thus bring in real peace to humanity and peace in the world. God's third commandment. We all people live in this world for a short period, and in this short period of life, one should lead a successful, happy, prosperous, healthy, long, and peaceful life. For this, one should build in spiritual inner self right from childhood, life and birth to death. To achieve this, God has taught Advaita Yoga 7 stages of life as follows. Advaita Yoga for kids 1 to 5 years, Advaita Yoga for children 6 to 12 years, Advaita Yoga for teenagers 13 to 19 years, Advaita Yoga for youth 20 to 26, Advaita Yoga for adults 27 to 40, Advaita Yoga for elders 41 to 60, and Advaita Yoga for seniors above 60 years. He instructed to spread the above 7 stages of Advaita Yoga and the Jnana Yoga for spiritual enlightenment to the entire mankind, for all to live a successful, happy, prosperous, healthy, long and peaceful life at each of the 7 stages of life. How to make all people to participate in this noble mission of let us build a developed and peaceful India. People say they don't have time or interest to involve in this nation building activity, but everyone should realize the truth that if we confine our efforts all through our life only in fulfilling our duties to our micro personal family, we cannot release all our karmas and attain Jivan Mukti. Only when we fulfill our duties to our micro personal family and macro world family, we can release all our karmas entirely and attain Jivan Mukti. Unless one fulfills the duties in the macro family of our society, nation, or world, especially in this nation building mission, spiritually, we cannot release all our karmas and we cannot attain Jivan Mukti, and we have to take birth out of birth without any end. To make it convenient to all fulfill the duties to the micro personal family and macro nation family, one can spend 5 days, Monday to Friday, for calling or fulfilling the duties to micro personal family, and in weekends to do our duty in building our nation as a developed and peaceful India. The details of each social responsibility, message of peace from 9 religious philosophies, and 7 stages of Advaita Yoga can be viewed from our website www.vpp.org, which will be launched shortly. To spread this message throughout the nation for all Indians to participate and fulfill their duties to build our nation as a developed and peaceful in India and to attain Jivan Mukti by all, it is planned to go on All India Yatra in a phased manner on every weekend. Let us all join in this noble mission of socially building our nation into a developed and peaceful India and spiritually fulfill all our micro and macro family duties and thus release our karmas and lead in the path of Jivan Mukti. Sarve Jana Sukhino Bhavantu. Thank you.